Hi there. Today we are going to learn something interesting. Look at this data. This is the table we got, and out of this, we created this formula. This entire formula is actually a bit confusing if you generate, because this is simple formula because we added a lot of formula inside that. And I'm doing this on Microsoft Office 365, which is a bit challenging because once you paste this formula, the entire table is generated. The thing is that you cannot put it on clipboard. There are a lot of challenges which you might face. But let me tell you how to generate this big formula. And you see, this is the output. If you add something or change something in this table, the entire change will auto reflect in the output. You can see the country we have in horizontal manner. You can see the product we have in vertical manner. So how do we achieve this? So let me copy this data and go to new sheet. Let me paste this as it is. So once you do that, you have to understand this is the entire data. The column position can also be changed. You can see if you're looking for country might be shifted to E column, or product might be shifted to somewhere other locations. So how do we make it dynamic? As you can see in the data sheet, we generated this big formula. It looks big, but it's really interesting. Let's see how do we achieve that. So let me tell you, first we create something horizontal manner. Like you can see in the data sheet, we have the country or we have the product, A column. So this is my data. So let me tell you how we can create that. Equal to index. When we are using index, the entire area, you can select this entire value. So now you can lock this. Better you lock it. Press F4 one time, comma. Row you can mention as 0, comma, column number. So what are we looking for? Country. So you can type country, which we are locating over there. You can press F4, comma, 0. Once you do that, entire column is generated of the country. We want this to be sprayed horizontally. First, you actually find the unique country list, which you get now. And now you can sort this country list so that the data will be descent. It will look descent. Now it will look organized also. Now you can transpose. See that this is the script you're writing. And, as in when you start writing Excel formula, you will have automatically ideas generated in your head how to build that logic. You can see that this is absolutely dynamic. So if you want to make it super dynamic, you can convert this into table, which I can tell you in my further videos. Now you see that we got this data. Let me copy this once again so that we can recycle this formula. And there, okay, and there we can actually use the same formula, but now I want to use the product. So country, you can replace with product. And now see that we got the product list. And this is my country list. So this is one structure or framework of a table. There we can, put all my values inside the table. That combination, Australia, Apple, total sale, and this is the sale, total sale amount. How we how we populate the cells, we can do that with one formula called SumIfs. Inside SumIfs, you got sum range first, criteria range 1, and then respective criteria, SumIfs. Now you can use again index function, select all the values, F4, comma, now. You can use now match function. So, this is interesting because it is being created as dynamic as possible. Sum range, amount you're locating, where you're locating, put there. You can press F4, comma 0. So this is absolutely interesting. And this entire thing is my sum range. You can see that in the curly bracket, that list is generated, sum range. Okay. Now, comma. What is my criteria range one? So you can copy this formula once again, and you can generate now criteria range. So in the row context or column context, so let me create in the row context. So what are you looking for? Product, product. Product. Now, what is the criteria for that? Respective criteria, you can select the entire range, and you can see G4 hash. That means entire range, comma. Now in the column context, that horizontally we have the country, right? You can replace this with country. And now you can select the respective criteria, which you can select this. The challenge is that once you do this, the values are populated. We have done almost everything. Now that structure, how do we calculate? How do we combine? Because the breakdown we have done. This is one formula, this is another formula, and this is another formula. So let's learn now how to combine all the formula. So in that case, you can copy this, Control C, and go inside that. So wherever you have G4 hash, you can replace with this value, which we just copied. Control V, enter. Now dependency has been eliminated on this part. All right, but now you can copy this formula back. Control C. So this is called H3 hash. Go into the formula. H3 hash, you can replace this with this value and see that my result is coming. So if I delete this, if I delete that, my formula is intact. There is no change in the formula. That means my formula is working absolutely fine. But how do we get this now? This is again interesting. So you can actually do one thing. You can copy first this way, controls. Now we have to understand one thing. We already copied that. How do we get that value on the top? In that case, you can use, guys, V stack function. V stack, okay, V stack. Once we do that, this is one array, comma, and you can wrap the bracket and see that if you remove this, now this is actually working. Can you see that this is working? And this also has to be added one more value, blank value. So how do we do that? Now go V stack. You can put blank, comma, this value, and see that I'm getting this value. So you can see this area. I got one value blank because this should start from there. All right. This should start from there. And this formula, Control C. Now understand over there. How do we align that? So you can use hstack function, hstack, and put that formula, comma, go to the very dead end and put that bracket. Now this is also working. Let me close it. Now guys, I have generated in front of you this formula, which is absolutely working. You can select this, Control B, and you can select this, Control B. So this is the formula I generated with you. And this is super dynamic. Let me reshuffle the orders. Category, I'm copying and going to the new sheet and putting in A column. And I'm putting country. I'm putting country in which column, guys? Let me put it in F column. Okay. And I'm putting date and category, B and C column. And if I go product column, let me put the product column in this. Now, what are we left with? Order, order ID. Order ID I can put in E column. I hope we understood that. Let me go to that formula. Let's see whether this work or not. Control C and see that these are the values. India, 11,987. And you can see Germany total value. That value is 550243. And let me come back to my new sheet. I'm pasting my formula over there. Let me copy again. Let me copy again. Control C. I'm coming back here. Oh, it's not working. What is the problem here? Why this formula is not working? Because we copied correctly, right? And see that. And over there, why it is getting me problem? So product is there. Absolutely fine. This is interesting. Why it is not working? Do we have any dependency here? No. Let me paste over there. Control V. Let me do that. Control C and Control V. This is the problem which we face on Microsoft Office 365 online. Equal to Control V. Here it is working fine. If this is working fine, because we are pasting the value. Okay, you can see that amount column is missing. Can you see that? Amount column is missing here. That's why the value is not coming. So category is pasted 2 times. So while pasting the data, we have done that small error, and see that once I pasted that value, because there was a problem with the data, not with the formula. And India value this and Germany value for total is 550243. So guys, this is absolutely working. I hope you found this useful, and this is the formula which you can refer how efficiently we applied this logic, which is working absolutely fine. If you have any column location changed, this formula will work anywhere. This is getting you a summary. So guys, this is just one attempt to help you become awesome in Excel. So keep watching my videos and subscribe and recommend your friend. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful journey. Take care. Bye-bye.